Hey guys, welcome to Net Fit and Chill. I am so excited about what I'm going to be starting now. I'm going to start doing series. So if you've been watching about the last 10 or 15 episodes, basically what I've been doing is more just different topics. And so I'll do a topic here, a topic there, and then in between that, I would review workouts, which I'm still going to do. So people, if you want to email me your workout, I'm happy to. Kind of just address it and just kind of see what different things can benefit you as far as changing your workout around or things like that. So, but anyways, the series I'm coming up with now, which will be about 5 or 6 episodes, most likely, maybe even more if I get questions about it. The first series is going to be called, I'm hoping to kind of rustle some feathers here with this, is what your personal trainer isn't doing. And how I came up with this is pretty simple. So right now I'm 32 years old. Okay, so I've been training. I took my first client when I was 18, but I didn't start really professionally training full time, anyways, until I was about 23. So I would say I say more than a decade or so. So let's just call it 10 years that I've been doing this professionally. So when I first started, and this is only 10, 12, 13 years ago, right? Most personal trainers were way older than me. So they were like 35, 40. A lot of them were even in their 50s. Because back then it was gyms. There weren't as many gyms. So now there's like a lot of $10 gym, $10 a month you get this. And, gym memberships used to be really expensive. When I first started, I worked at a big corporate gym. I don't know if I can say their name, but I worked at a big corporate gym, and it was, just to join was like $200 or $300, and then you paid a good $50 or $60 a month. And so that's what gym memberships were. And so you got the crowd that really wanted to work out. You really didn't have a lot of teenagers in there. It was kind of old school in a way. And so a lot of the trainers I worked with were that way. And also the difference was gyms now, a lot of them, and I can't speak for every single one of them, but I would say like 90% of gyms do not offer insurance. So for a lot of people, that's really important. That's actually part of the reason I got out of personal training, is because the stability for me wasn't there as far as in the corporate world to begin with. But, and the pay dropped and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's another reason. So, as far as how you got paid back then was, obviously you sold your own clients, but you got a lot more of that session. So basically what it would be is, the gym would take half, you would take half, for example. Now it's kind of a flat rate system. So if you go to most gyms, and I guarantee this, your personal trainer right now is not making more than $20 an hour. I promise you. Now you're paying the gym $30 a session for a 30-minute session, or $50 a session for a 30-minute session. But your personal trainer is most of the time not making the commission off of selling it, because basically what's happened is you were sold by somebody else and they took that commission, and then they kind of pawned you off to another person who's now your personal trainer, right? And so you were kind of under the impression, hey, I'm going to train with this awesome trainer, who actually usually the sales guys that are selling you are awesome because they've been in the business for so long. A lot of those guys are great trainers, which is another subject, but or another episode, I should say. But anyways, so basically what's happened is that the pay has gone to like a third of what personal trainers used to make. And so what this brings about in personal trainers now is first of all, you have a younger crowd, and there's nothing wrong with like a younger crowd. The difference is two things. The difference is education. So they might not have as high as an education as like an older personal trainer who's like experiencing that back pain and that knee pain that you are experiencing. So you don't really get a lot of empathy there. From like a 20-year-old trainer, right? The other difference you know, like I said before, is like the insurance, right? So they don't really, a lot of younger people aren't really concerned with that because a lot of them are under their parents' insurance still. They, you know, they're really healthy. They don't really have a lot to worry about there. So what that results in for you as the consumer and as the client, as the customer, is you get to see kind of the dark side of the professionalism that personal training used to have. And what I mean by that is this: if you've ever had a personal trainer, you get there. Let's say your session's at 12 o'clock, right? You get there at 11:50, 11:45, whatever. Your personal trainer rolls in the door at 12:01, 12:02, 11:58. I mean, they are not there, right? It's and they're walking in with their backpack. They have to set it down, and you really don't start your session until about 12:05 or 12:10 because they're going to tell you to go warm up, right? No one's taught them to do that. It's just what they've seen other personal trainers do, and so it's become kind of a trend. And so what your personal trainer isn't doing in this episode is they are not respecting your time. The reason they aren't respecting your time, and I'll go in this in another episode. Part of it could be personality, right? I'm not gonna doubt that, but a lot of it is they're not getting the money for what you're paying. So you're under the impression, hey, I'm paying $40 to see this dude for 30 minutes or see this girl for 30 minutes. They're under the impression of, or they're taking on the characteristic of, hey, I'm only getting $10 out of the session or $6 out of the session. And so how much does that suck? Like, what is the equal trade there? You know what I mean? Like, I know for me training independently now, depending on the person, I'll charge anywhere from $50 to $100 an hour. And so usually about $1 a minute. It's like a massage almost, right? It's about $1 a minute. And so for me, I feel like that person gets the best out of me because I'm taking 100% of that, you know, and I'm like, okay, I'm really gonna have to prove myself and work for this. But in a corporate setting, the trainer really doesn't know what you're paying unless they were assigned to you as their salesperson and they actually sold that to you. And so that's what the big difference is. And hopefully that kind of brings into light a little bit. So partially this series is one, I am attacking the personal trainer corporate setting because I just think it's BS to begin with. I think that people should work for what they want to sell. I think part of personal training is sales, but it's been presented in such a salesy way to the consumer. And it's like really honestly gets you demotivated because how many times have you started a program and stopped again, or not follow the program to begin with from your personal trainer? It's because they don't respect you. You're not going to respect them, right? You're not going to respect what kind of person they are. And so that's what I'm getting into. I'm excited. This was the first episode. Please comment. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. By the way, if you like this episode, please subscribe. So go to YouTube. You can search NetFit Coach on there, or you can even search NetFit and Chill, or you can hashtag that too if you're on like Instagram. That's where I am mostly on Instagram, and catch cool videos. I'll show you kind of like warm-ups that I do or kind of workouts that I do that you can kind of change your workout template with. So I thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.